Madden 19.
Stop me, stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me, stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me.
Somebody call for the queen.
Kick your season off by starting your first game.
I got this grease on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today.
Set! Black 20!
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better. Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary?
Remember the stays, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you.
Kick your season off by starting your first game.
Like, no, no.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got this grease on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag.
Hey everybody, it's the coach.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape.
Select the team you want to join.
Really touch, we touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
Yeah, I done seen the best stuff from jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes. I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advanced Week to get to your next game.
You know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze. What is going
on? Too many to handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Shame.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze. What is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Feet up what you think of. Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chest to lick up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. But your favorite rappers came up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs, we live swap. It was written in my diary, the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again like I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Truth. America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my ass down. Realize I'm getting paid for never take a loss on my ass down. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm getting 3 times on my ass down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the ass down. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. They like to, so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money while you storm. Have it for the cream renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still feel the death, remember taking that. 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss the death, remember taking that. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. On my ass down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my ass down. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my ass down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the ass down. Too late, right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me.
Troublesome to 96. You were shook when Reeves and all the ledge. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Yeah, I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah, the mother ride or die for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so damn God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power, 21 questions like who? Your warning, watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Tonight, this is back on my block. Rather you need me.
You wanna come sit? Come sit.
That's why you're stoned, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a bitch fall.
I like when birds come in, sounds like I got seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LAD logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all for me. My diamonds, they all for me. I go to bed on bed. I got the flats. I got it in the back. They talk the chat. They step on the rock, man. I'm a cave back. 100K. I found out where you lay at. I got.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes Diggs. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Vick will look to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This is the former Spartan from San Jose, Tyler Irvin. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Irvin. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The second down carry for Irvin. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
No.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, it's Carson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Stop. Get down. Stop. Get down. Good boy.
From the shotgun, Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On the return is Peterson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Get down.
Good
Hey!
starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Wait.
Here's Michael Vick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Get down. No more. Get down. Good boy.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
After the interception, here's Griffin. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes
Stop.
down.
Sit down.
Thomas Davis coming in to drop him for
Get
a
your
loss of
my
8,
goodness.
and it'll be 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action 7. A good return there, 17 yards. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling in that one.
Vic on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Crazy. You got a case of chicken wings?
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Lets it fly, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Adam Thielen, 63 yards, and the Giants are in for 6.
Are you smiling?
So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
No.
And out come the Jets. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Griffin, throw left side complete. That's Jennings. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver there, Tyler Irvin. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit.
They should get
a new
running.
A lot of time to change things. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. On first down, Griffin. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And a stoppage
You thought I was going to blow you. You thought I was going to blow you.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Griffin. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
False start. Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Once again, Griffin. Toward the pylon, caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw again is Griffin. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
You're back. And you're back.
So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. The counter play with Irvin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps that.
And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it through and creating something good for your team.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Vick, flushed out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. From the shotgun, it's Vick, escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Michael Vick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives drives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now it's Griffin. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And all the way down to the 37. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And that is incomplete. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the second and third level as linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 3rd and short, Irvin. And he's got room. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46.
Yeah.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Cameron Wake able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Griffin. Caught here by Bell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
This is Carson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Griffin throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to let it fly. Time for a break. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. We're back to finish this one off after this. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Second down, Vic. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Vic now. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Fights him off. Flush to his right.
Yeah.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little
Can I finish 1 minute?
Outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Coming. Coming.
Third and long for Vic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm doing.
Great, and he goes down once more. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel real. The guys are going to cover, but the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Griffin on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Darius Jennings that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Griffin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. And now off to the races, down the right side. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Vic's going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Well, that's the play you work on each and every week. Your offense taking a knee at the end means you've won the ball game. But how about the defensive effort? A shutout, pitching a shutout, they're going to feel great about themselves.
They're going to feel really great about themselves. A big goose egg on the scoreboard. Nice job defensively.
Yeah, I say dinner on the defensive coordinator tonight. Well, that's the play you work on each and every week. Your offense taking a knee at the end means you've won the ball game. But how about the defensive effort? A shutout, pitching a shutout, they're going to feel great about themselves.
They're going to feel really great about themselves. A big goose egg on the scoreboard. Nice job defensively.
Yeah, I say dinner on the defensive coordinator tonight.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they take a knee. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah. Money on my mind, so toupee. Real out of time, never Kool-Aid. Sipping on sight. Came a long way from G-Bird. Putting in work like Ferg. New York to L.A., Hawaii, and Japan. And I'm man, at least I'm feeling like I am. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. But don't give a I'm saying I am. What that even mean? I don't know what you talking about. Why nowadays everybody got a palm out? P.O.P. that'll be me and that be what I rhyme about. I have arrived, all you rappers on time out. Rap back where you at, everywhere, worldwide. I know you've been waiting for this world to collide. B.O.W.Y. take a lily for Lauren. But to take it back like that commodity inside the DeLorean. I am no historian, but here to make my predecessor proud.
Oh, you not allowed?
I put it on everything I really want to cop out. But I did good for a drop out. How about the coupe? Hands go crazy. Hop up on the train for your missing chance to hop up on the train for your missing chance to get on. Mixtape, Bobby, that's the type I spit on.
Everybody know that it's all now. Get in the zone now. Said it's all now. Everybody know that it's all now. Get in the zone now.
Everybody alive. Everybody listening to this banner alive. Come on up for the vibe. Come on up for the vibe. Come on now, you gotta survive. Everybody alive. Everybody alive. Everybody listening to this banner alive. Come on up for the vibe. Come on up for the vibe. Come on now, you gotta survive. I said you gotta survive. Gotta survive. Gotta survive. I said you gotta survive. Gotta survive. Gotta survive. Gotta survive. I said you gotta survive. Woo. I'm back at it. Never out of breath like an asthmatic. I done had it. Put it. I'm an addict. Back in Maryland, living in an attic. Flowing erratic. Bringing the static. Busting like it. I'm battered in the batters. I'm at it in the matters. My flow the fattest. Hotter than the desert in Nevada. Another batter. striving to kill it. The ripper, he call him a go when he flow. And you know he pursuing it, doing it, moving it, grooving it, seven, breaking it, talking it, walking it, flipping it, ripping it. No. I'm back at it, never had a breath like an asthmatic. I done had it, but I'm an addict back in Maryland, living in a static, flowing erratic, bringing the static, busting like it. I'm battered in the baddest and madder than the matters. My flow the fattest, hotter than the desert in Nevada. Another batter, on a chitter and chatter, none of it matter. Put it, listen for the pitter patter, let him shatter. We're ripping and living and striving to kill it. The ripper, he calling, we'll go when he flowing. You know he pursuing it, doing it, moving it, grooving it, some of the record, talking it, walking it, flipping it, bringing it. You know I'm ripping and living, striving to kill it. Ripper, he calling, we'll go when he flow. Listen, ripping and living and striving to kill it. Alright, we're gonna do this one more time. Listen. I'm ripping and living and striving to kill her. The ripper, he calling, we're going, he flowing. You know he pursuing it, doing it, moving it, grooving it, stopping it, breaking it, talking it, walking it, flipping it, ripping it. No. This is what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna test my syllable ability. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it my syllability. I've been sipping on this right now. This is one of the last songs we recorded for this. So I'm gonna really go off for y'all right now. We gonna do this in one breath, alright? This ain't no editing. We gonna do it like this. So y'all ready? No. Y'all ready? I'm living and living and striving to kill the ribby, calling, we're going and flowing and he pursuing and doing and moving and grooving and stopping and rocking and talking and walking and flipping and ripping. I'm flipping and ripping, scribbling, I'm ready to go when I buy. You can break it open, let the end, get control, can choke on a lady, yeah. Slicing MCs like Darth Vader. The head of the second, I spit and say yeah.
Honorable C note.
Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bailing. Saw my teacher, I was the same student failing. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. I swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing. Then she give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring the. I do. Don't want no. They pull up with they. It's times three. This how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs and rich like water, go to Cabo. Cash in the walls, hollow. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the call, got Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game. So much ice, too much, had to ice the lane. Freeze the dub, freeze, had to freeze the lane. Freeze, camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up, guess I'm homegrown. Well known, that is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came off froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Get a Kleenex for that baby, wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a leg with till they explode? Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground.
shop. Marvin the Martian. I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the bosses? Chanel bag is ostrich. Take down, come up in the process. Private jet, yeah. The same diamond milk, yeah. I'ma keep the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling loud, yeah. Mama got style, yeah. Chanel reptile player. Gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars. Nobody seeing the gang on guard. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Thicker the pie.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Smith on first down. Escapes the sack. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And Harris has got it. Touchdown, Giants. Demetrius Harris, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive.
That's almost just not right. You cover him.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set! Green, 39!
Grayson now. Going to throw right side here, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
Now Grayson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tevin Coleman, 95 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw. And his pass incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by John Johnson.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the left.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded at the 2. Uses the spin. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Double.
2nd and 10. Smith again. Left side, Hopkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And McManus able to put it through. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
False start. Offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
12 yards on the return that time. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he wasn't blocking or...
To it. And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Right, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late.
Williams loses the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Jordan Hicks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. Throwing is Smith, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They're able to locate Wilson. He's at the 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They get it to him running left, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell taking it in, and the Giants add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And look at this, it's a fake.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Lorenzo.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still third down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw, and he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And that'll bring up 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Smith. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Smith going to throw it. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
I said 980! Rip.
Smith. Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The throw left side complete to Scott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Here we go.
On the carry, it's Hood going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, And
we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And it's incomplete. That's one of the strangest play calls you'll ever see. But they'll get it back. It's 2nd down. Well, folks, I guess just when you think you've seen it all, you see a fake punt in that situation. A little unorthodox. But the incompletion, and now it's 2nd down.
Running. Go.
Throwing now, Smith. His throw caught. What about the follow?
So, Ronan? Me? Forget that. What do you call it? Count again. Just tell me the whole team. Ronan? Yeah. Me? Yeah. Renai? Yeah. Lorenzo? Yeah. Austin? Yeah. Connor? Yeah. Kingsley, Arian, yeah. Gabe and Tanya's manager gifts for a treat. Oh, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna go shower.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things.
Mom, they cover my knee, so it's fine. Mom, look. Mom. Yes. They already cover my knee. Stop one.
down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. McManus now for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do. Recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
Can I take your backpack?
Don't you have a bag? Which one? I don't know. Don't you have? What did you take last time?
I took the backpack.
Sure.
Can I use my backpack?
What backpack?
The school one.
No. My old diaper bag? You want that?
Yeah.
It's here somewhere.
I just looked through something. I remember.
Deal with that now.
Oh, okay, I'll use that. So I can select it from school.
What else is in there? Mark, go help him.
I can't.
me close your blind. What did you pack so far? Don't put your game stuff in there. Your actual. Oh, I guess yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And then nighty. And then after the game, I'll wear the stuff that I wore there. Okay?
Sure. Nighty, underwear, extra socks, a hoodie. It's gonna be cold.
Mama, can you get me some extra money, please?
Why?
Okay, I'll be paying it. No, I want to put it in my backpack.
No, you're not keeping. No, they're not yours. They're mine.
Then whose are they?
Mine. Go away.
Why?
Because they're mine.
Okay,
I will give extra money to Tanya. You'll need extra money.
okay. I have a question.
What?
There's hand warmers on other desks. Can I take them? There's a couple of them. See? They're in packs.
What do you need them for?
The game, it's really cold.
Huh? You can't wear them during the game.
Sidelines, I use them.
No, just leave it.
Please just take one.
I said no.
Okay. Me?
Oh,
No, pack clothes right now. I'm gonna change.
Can you put back clothes in over, please?
Yeah, well, I'm just getting pants.
As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith, being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into this.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
Yeah? Mom, Zach pooped. Zachy, come! Stay here. Zachy!
Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Cross move quick like AI. Chain shine bright like daytime. Stack big bread like waist high. I don't do lanes. Little watch out like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Bang at the grit to do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah, no it ain't, they ain't talking cash, so I did the race. NASCAR with the pace, feed you water on the chain. Get no love where I ain't from. When I'm on the beat, I make it dumb. I need that bread like every crumb. Came up from nothing, made a sum. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay, ay.
Yeah?
Ay.
Yeah? G? He did poop. Poop, it's fine. Go Agit. Go Agit, poop, boy. Woo! Poop, boy. Right. Woo! Poop, boy.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Money on my mind, so on toupee. Real out of time, never Kool-Aid. Sipping on sight. Came a long way from G-Bird. Putting in work like Ferg. New York to LA, Hawaii and Japan. I'm a man, at least I'm feeling like I am. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand, but don't give a if I'm saying I am. What that even mean? I don't know what you talking about. Why nowadays everybody got a palm out? PLP, that'd be me and that be what I rhyme about. I have arrived on you rappers on time out. Rap back where you at? Everywhere, worldwide. I know you've been waiting for this world to collide. B-O-W-Y-N-T, yelling for Lauren, but they take it back like that commodity inside the DeLorean. I am no historian, but here to make my predecessor proud.
Oh, you got allowed?
I put it on everything I really wanna cop out, but I did good for a drop out. How about the coupe? Hands go crazy. Kinda sound swag when the flow get lazy. What up, what good? Where you at? What you been on? Anybody stepping to me, promise to get on. Better hop up on the train for your missing chance to hop up on the train for your missing chance to get on. Mixtape, Bobby, that's the type I spit on. Woo!
And it's on now. Everybody know that it's on now. Get in the zone now. No. Said it's on now. Everybody know that it's on now. Get in the zone now. No.
Everybody alive. Everybody listening to this brother alive. Come on up for the vibe. Come on, now you gotta survive. Everybody alive. Everybody listening to this brother alive. Come on up for the vibe. Come on, now you gotta survive. I said you gotta survive. Gotta survive. I said you gotta survive. Gotta survive. I said you gotta survive. Woo! I'm back at it. Never out of breath like an asthmatic. I done had it. Put it. I'm an addict back in Maryland, living in an attic, flowing erratic, bringing the static, busting like it. Combated in the baddest, I'm at it in the maddest. My flow the fattest, hotter than the desert in Nevada. Another batter, different chatter, none of it matter. Put it and listen to the pitter and patter, let him shatter. Cause I'm ripping and living and striving to kill it. The ripper, he calling, we're going, he flow. And you know, he pursuing it, doing it, moving it, grooving it, some of the record, talking, walking, flipping it, ripping it. No. I'm back at it, never out of breath like an asthmatic. I done had it, put it, I'm an addict back in Maryland, living in the static, flowing erratic, bringing the static, busting like it. Combated in the baddest, I'm at it in the maddest. My flow the fattest, hotter than the desert in Nevada. Another batter, on the chitter and chatter, none of it matter. Put it, and listen for the pitter patter, let him shatter. We're ripping and living and striving to kill it. The ripper, he calling, we're going, he flowing, you know. He pursuing it, doing it, moving and grooving. And some of the record, talking, walking, flipping it, bringing up. No, I'm ripping and living, striving to kill it. Ripper, he calling, we're going, he flow. Listen, ripping and living and striving to kill it. Alright, we're gonna do this one more time. Listen. I'm ripping and living and striving to kill it. The ripper, he calling, we're going, he flowing. You know, he pursuing it, doing it, moving and grooving. And stopping the record, talking, walking, flipping it, ripping up. No. This is what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna test my syllable ability. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it my syllability. I've been sipping on this right now. It's one of the last songs we recorded for this. So I'm gonna really go off for y'all right now. We gonna do this in one breath, alright? This ain't no editing. We gonna do it like this. So y'all ready? Yeah. No. Y'all ready? Yeah. I'm living and living and shoving and killing the ribby, calling it going and flowing and hate assuming and doing and moving and grooving and stopping and rocking and talking and walking and flipping and ripping. I'm flipping and ripping, scribbling. I'm ready to go when I buy. You can break it open, let the hit, can choke on a lady. Yeah. Slicing MCs like Darth Vader. The head of the second, I spit and say yeah. Yeah.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't stop.
Yeah?
Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking
G?
on the phones, they can hear us.
I'm watching Zach.
Dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the
G?
take it up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch.
Sorry.
October, I'm about to another state. Went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty
Yeah?
box in the car means they coming.
Coming. Zeki, come.